I was talking fantasy football with my friends the other day.
Well, Josh? Wow. Look who's back. Where the hell have you been? At home, sitting in your asses?
Go away now, Josh. Actually, my name is Alan.
You're a dorky white kid with a Cub Scout bandana on his head.
Bravo.
Echo.
November.
Tango. On. Football.
Why is there 2 Monday night games?
There's 2 Monday nights this week.
Yeah, but why?
There's 2 Mondays. There's one on the first Monday, there's one on the second Monday.
What the hell are you talking about?
Welcome back to Bet on Fantasy
Idiot.
Football. We're your hosts. I'm Alan Bentley.
And I'm Josh Worley.
And yeah, I am an idiot. Yes, thank you for noticing. Appreciate that. we are glad to be here this week. We were just talking about the fact that there's 2 Monday night games this coming week. Why? Because that's how they scheduled it, Josh.
Okay. Ellen tells me there's 2 Mondays this week, and I'm like, are you stupid? That's a rhetorical question, okay? I don't have to answer that.
Right, I'm not.
Yeah.
Anyway, we want to get right to our drinks this week. Josh, why don't you go first this week?
All right. My drink says Kelsey's New Adventure. And that's not some kind of like cool game or anything that you guys can play on your smartphones, but Travis Kelce is actually starring, and we think he's going to be the serial killer in a new series by the guy who created American Horror Story called Grotesque. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know. In some ways, if you're on the football field, he is kind of scary, but, you see him...
His character in the SNL sketch for American Girl, I can definitely see that guy. He did great in that. I can definitely see his character being a serial killer.
Yeah, that was something else.
So we were joking about him bringing the American Girl dolls with him and like carrying them with while he's killing people.
That'd be awesome. So mine goes right along with that. Watch out, Swift.
Is that Taylor?
No, it's DeAndre. That Bears offensive line with that kind of, I hear all week long, the Bears need to run the ball more. They need to run the ball more. Well, they can't run the ball because they don't have an offensive line. So.
And Caleb, I think, got sacked, was it, you said like 7 times?
Yeah, he got sacked 7 times and was pressured like 21 times or some ridiculous number, 21 out of 40-some times. They rushed almost every play, it seemed like.
I'm looking up the sacks right now, but that's nuts.
These guys got in the backfield all the time.
7 sacks, yeah. Holy crap.
It was crazy. So,
and he had 2 interceptions.
Well, great. Well, the reason he had one of those interceptions was because he was on the run and he tried to throw it, and he didn't throw off his back foot, and he wound up throwing it short. So
okay.
Yeah, and that was going to my tight end Cole Komet too. And that's,
yeah.
But anyway, let's get these drinks open.
All right, let's do it,
guys. Sit back, pop open a cold one,
and enjoy the show. And like we say every week, guys, we want you to like, share, and subscribe. Get this out to as many of your friends, family, enemies. Who knows? So
yeah, everybody you like and don't like, make sure you send it to them.
We want to be like Spirit Halloween, guys. Every time a business closes, the Spirit Halloween pops up. So we want to be in all those inboxes out there of all your friends, family members, acquaintances, everybody.
Yeah. So definitely do that. We appreciate those of you who come and watch us every week and are loyal to us, and the ones that are like, subscribing, and sharing. We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Let's talk about Gub. What's got you bent this week, Josh?
I don't really have a Gub. Besides the Tua injury, man, I'm really disappointed in that.
We'll jump into that a little bit more in detail too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is horrific.
I want to see the guy be healthy. I really do.
Yeah. I'll save my comments for when we start talking about that.
Okay.
Which is up next, by the way. But what's got me bent this week is the NFL's new kickoff rule, and the reason is it didn't really change anything. If you look at it, most of the kicks are going in the end zone anyway.
Yeah.
It really didn't change anything.
Well, the only thing it changed is DJ Dallas from the Cardinals returned 196 yards in week 1. I don't think week 2, I was at work all day, so I couldn't really watch the games. Did anybody return one or no?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Not that I know of, but
I think we would have probably heard about it if they did.
We need to get, for next show, we need to get some stats on that too and find out how many return kickoffs there were for touchdowns and what the average is and all that kind of stuff, and see what that looks like.
I would guess 1 in 100 probably.
Because they pretty much made the kickoff pointless.
Yeah.
It was pointless before this season. Now it's still pointless.
And I don't think it's I hope. I hope that rule doesn't last past this season.
Yeah,
Nobody likes it, guys.
No, it's absolutely terrible. It also takes away from a fantasy perspective on your defense and special teams. If they wanted to do it right, they should. If they want to line them up closer to the receiving team, that's totally fine. Move your kicker back though. Make your kicker kick it 90 yards in order to get
It kind of reminds me of like you played in a slow pitch softball league, didn't you?
Yeah.
I played in many of them as well. You played in a bunch.
Yep.
How you can't leave the base
Right,
until
until the
it's
ball's
actually
pitched.
until the ball's actually pitched. Yeah.
Yeah. Same kind of concept.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
And I'm all for eliminating injuries or minimizing injuries in the NFL because it's good for everybody, right? But when you take the play away, why don't they just get rid of kickoffs altogether? Just say, you know what, you get the ball on the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
Be done with it. Just forget about it. I mean, it's kind of pointless at this point.
I mean, I would be okay with that. I like action in a game, and so do you, but that would have prevented the DeMar Hamlin injury. That would prevent many, many injuries, guys. I'm all for it, okay? I want to see a good action game, but I also want to see guys not getting hurt.
Yeah.
So
All right.
severely.
So let's jump into some injuries. Let's start with Tua.
Tua.
He got injured this last week. He has been put on IR. He's going to be out at least 4 more weeks. Go ahead and give me your opinion because I know it's the same as mine.
We talked about this last year. We thought the guy would never ever play a down again in the NFL when he was carted off the field. I don't remember ever seeing a guy get carted off the field with an injury that grotesque. See how I use that word in Travis Kelce's new show, Grotesquerie.
Well done. Well done.
An injury as grotesque as that, and then see him come back matter of a few weeks later. We're both big Tua fans, guys. Okay,
yeah,
we're both
absolutely.
big Tyreek Hill fans as well. I'd rather the guy just retire. I don't want to see him getting paralyzed. It's all in all. At the end of the day, football's a game. As much as we all enjoy it,
Right.
don't get paralyzed.
Yeah, I mean, you've got, I don't know if he's got kids, but he's got a wife.
Yeah,
And,
he's got a family.
He's got something that he needs to live for and be, a part of that family. If you're gonna hurt yourself like that repeatedly, not just once but repeatedly, you
Isn't
need
that
to
his
really,
fourth concussion, I think, in 3
it's
seasons?
his 3rd diagnosed concussion, but he
Okay.
had another one that they believe was a concussion, but nobody really actually diagnosed it.
And the last 2 have been extra
Yeah.
horrific.
Yeah.
So
And it's like I said, you've got a life to live outside of football. If you're staying in it, I appreciate dedication to teams, but I don't appreciate the fact that you're putting your life on the line or your mobility or your possible paralysis or whatever might happen on the line, or you just might be a nutcase after it's all over and not even recognize yourself in the mirror.
right, and I'm saying this as a guy who drafted Tyreek Hill number 4 overall. That's going to hit his fantasy numbers, and I'm okay with that.
And
I'd rather take a huge hit on Hill's fantasy numbers than see Tua in a wheelchair the rest of his life.
And I'll tell you this: I drafted Tua, and I really, if I was the commissioner, I would say, you know what, Tua, we're gonna not let you play. You're too much of a liability at this point in your career. We'll fulfill your contract. You get paid still.
I was going to say cut him a big fat check and let him live his life because
absolutely, he should not be in football, in my opinion.
No.
I'm no doctor, obviously, neither are you, but common sense tells you got to cut it off.
and if he does come back like it was his decision last time, more power to him. But please, man, you gotta factor in family in your future.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
I don't know if you guys seen the injury to Mixon on Sunday Night Football, but speaking of grotesque,
Yes.
it definitely was.
We are not sponsored by FX, guys, yet. Okay, so
Yeah, FX, are you listening? 'Cause
Yes.
I'm plugging you here without even knowing. But it was a very, very horrific injury. He avoided major problems though. So he does have the ability to come back. He's questionable for this week. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't done it already, go out and get Cam
Akers.
Cam Akers, thank you. I almost said Cam Newton. Cam Akers. Pick him up.
Cam Newton may be a better option than Joe Mixon.
Because we got the Mixon and who's his
Dameon Pierce.
Dameon Pierce, thank you. Both injured, both questionable for this week. Whether either one of them's going to play or not, I don't know. But if Mixon's not in the lineup, get that handcuff and get the right handcuff. The reason I say that is because Cam Akers is a big play opportunity for you.
And I'm going to look this up because I don't think, this may take me a minute, but I don't think he was that efficient before he even went out anyway. Okay, here we go. 9 for 25 for a 2.8 average. Cam Akers was out rushing him by almost 2 yards.
That's week 2. Look at week 1 though. If you can.
Week 1 he blew it up, but who they play against? They played against Indy, who has no rush defense.
True.
Okay.
But like I said, get the right handcuff. If it does come down to where Damian Pierce is back in and it's a timeshare situation, Cam Akers is the better of the two. So, at least in my opinion.
Yes.
So get the right handcuff. The next one, a huge one here, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, God.
Man, I tell you what, the Rams are hurting. They're hurting bad with Puka Nacua out and Cooper Kupp now out. Well, I shouldn't say he's out. He's doubtful for this coming week, which is generally a good sign that he's not going to play.
I heard he could miss a couple weeks, but we'll.
It's possible that he could miss. I think they said since they didn't put him on IR, they said there's a possibility he'd be back in 3 to 5 weeks.
Okay.
But man, still, that's a blow to St. Louis
Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, the St. Louis Rams, who are now the Los Angeles Rams. But it's a huge blow to them, and it's a huge blow fantasy perspective too. Because if you think about it, Kyren Williams, he's going to be their bread and butter now.
I think he's going to have some big weeks. I think Stafford, it's really going to hurt his value. Demarcus Robinson, he showed some flashes when Kupp went out, but
he's an above-average wide receiver. I'll say that.
He is, but
I don't think he's great, but he's serviceable.
Let's see who they're playing this week.
They are. Oh, I can't remember who they're playing. If you looked at the WAMP, it's probably on there.
I think it is. I think it is on the WAMP. We'll see. But they got blown out by my Cards last week, which I was happy about.
Yeah. Yeah, Marvin Harrison looked amazing last week.
Oh, God, he did, yeah. Trey McBride did not again. So that's kind of got me worried. So.
Well, it's still early in the season.
Well, actually, no. Trey McBride, you know what? I lied. 6 targets, 6 receptions, 67. So 6, 6, 6, 7. I wasn't able to watch that game because I was working. But
this show is really spooky. We should have saved this one for Halloween.
Yeah. Being next to you every week is spooky enough.
It is. That's true. That's true. Yeah, there's other injuries around the NFL too. Some pretty significant ones. Pacheco's one of them.
Yeah.
He got injured this last week. Is he questionable? Or no, he's out, isn't he? He's on IR, isn't he?
I'm not sure, but McCaffrey, as we spoke last week, was not on IR, and now he is.
Yeah.
Because we did the show 10 days ago, guys.
Yeah, another huge one too.
Yeah, we're doing the show this week on Friday, so we already have the Thursday's game behind us for scheduling conflicts. But, yeah, as of 10 days ago, he was not on the IR. Now he is.
Yeah.
Earliest week 6, I've heard maybe as late as week 8. So
this could be one of the worst seasons as far as injuries go to major players as far as from a fantasy perspective goes. This could be really, really bad this year. So keep scouring the waiver wire. Keep your eyes on what's going on out there. There's some diamonds in the rough out there that you guys can get.
A la Jordan Mason, I told Ellen to pick him up before week 1, and I don't need that guy.
Okay. So here's what I said. Here's what I said before week 1. I had no interest in picking up a handcuff at that point. Okay. I've got enough talent on my roster depth wise that I didn't need that. You, on the other hand, were all balls to the wall on getting him.
I should have dropped Gus Edwards for him. Okay, I had Gus Edwards I could have dropped.
You never drop
Zeke.
You never drop anybody named, or never pick up anybody named Gus. I'll tell you that right now. It's not a football name.
All right, fine. Neither is Gardner, but hey, he's a quarterback.
You know, there's also we get into that, but
okay, whatever.
Anyway, maybe we'll get into names a little bit more.
Millennial kids' names, Kyron.
So that being said, guys, scour the waiver wire. Make sure you're looking at all the things. Some of the stats we've talked about in previous seasons are yards per attempt, not per reception, but per attempt. Gives you an idea of how far. What kind of routes the wide receiver is running and how far they're going once they get the ball, that type of thing. So keep your eyes on those stats. Make sure you're scouting the way it works. It's
And
very,
start
very
whoever running back is playing against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, or the Indianapolis Colts.
Yes, last week the Dallas Cowboys got just shredded by New Orleans.
Except DeAndre Swift. Don't start him because he's playing the Colts because the Bears don't have an offensive line.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But anyway, we were talking about a stat before the show. There's yards after contact, yards after catch, certain things like that for wide receivers and running backs. Now this stat I heard on a fantasy sports radio show. Dallas Cowboys gave up 155, not yards after contact, guys, yards without contact. So nobody even touched them.
So, and we talked about this where, that could be a really valid stat, but it also could be a really, really padded stat too. So,
But after looking at it, the longest rush was only 15 yards.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
So if you have a long run of, let's say, a 50-yard run, he goes 10 yards and gets past all the defense and has a wide open field, then you've got 40 yards of untouched, which is kind of padded.
Right.
In this situation, that's not how it was. Like you said, their longest run was 15 yards. So if they've got that many yards without being touched,
Yeah.
and who did they play?
They played Dallas.
Okay, Dallas. Anybody that's running against Dallas, you should probably start that person.
Yes.
For
So,
sure.
so look at the stats here real quick. 39 rushes. So basically almost 40 rushes.
Right.
190 yards. So just under 5 yards a rush. So without contact, 155 of those 190 were yards without contact.
Yeah. So if it's 1st and 10, that's like giving the runner from the 5 yards past the line of scrimmage to start his run.
Right.
It's like giving him a free.
But yet they
yards.
only averaged 5 yards a carry. So, I mean, were they just like getting it out of the way and the players were sliding? I mean, what?
Yeah. What's going on?
Who knows? So,
So let's jump into WOMP.
let's jump into one. Okay.
Let's get that going.
So I did. Did I go first last week on one?
I think so. So I'll go first this week. That's
Well, actually, no, I have to because I lost again this. Or no, we both went 1-4. So the tiebreaker goes to the loser. So, Alan went 1-4, and so did I. Our record combined is 7-13, guys.
It's getting better though. This week is a new week.
Yeah, just a quick
It's getting
recap.
better.
The only one Allen won was Sid Stafford. He lost the start Mixon, start Tua, start Charbonnet, and start Anthony Richardson. That one really hurt me because I have him. I lost all 4 of my starts too, so I'm just going to sit everybody. Start Pickens, start Garrett Wilson, start Burrow, and start. Oh, wait a minute. We did win the St. Brown. I went 2-3. Okay. All right. I feel better. We're both 4-6 now. Booyah.
Okay, so we're 8-12.
8-12, but you get to go first this week
Oh boy.
because you were the loser last week. All right.
boy.
Oh boy,
All right.
Helen's gonna be a real
We
boy.
got Houston and Minnesota.
Don't say Sid Mixon.
Well, he might play though. Ooh, that's a tough one.
It is.
I'm gonna say.
I got one player that I would definitely sit in this game. Let's see if our great mind thinks alike.
Great minds. Okay, moving on. Who's Minnesota's running back?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. That's who I'm gonna go with.
That's what I was gonna say
Sit
against
Aaron
Houston
Jones.
is sit Aaron
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't think of his name. I was like, what is his name? It's Jones. What's his name? But I got it.
Jessica Jones
Jessica Jones.
from
Yeah.
the Marvel universe. All right. New York Giants versus Cleveland. I have Singletary, so I don't want to start. I don't want to sit him. Dang it. Amari Cooper hasn't really shown up, guys, in 2 weeks. This is probably the week he gets it together, which I'm going to sit him. So
All right.
I'm going to sit Amari.
Well, good call. That's who I'd have sat too, I think.
Let's adjust this a little bit.
Why am I spinning too good?
No, I think I tightened the wheel too much.
I got Detroit and Arizona.
Ooh.
Detroit.
You got weapons on both sides of the ball, basically.
Yeah. Can I pick a defense?
Why would you in this game? that would be stupid.
No, I can pick. I can sit Arizona's defense.
You could sit either one of those defenses and be okay.
All right.
I don't think there is going to be any defense played in this game.
Let's see. Boy, that's a tough one for me. I can't sit Marvin Harrison Jr. I can't sit
Amon-Ra.
Kyler. I can't sit Amon-Ra now. Oh, jeez. I guess I'll go quarterback. I can't sit Kyler. All right, I'm gonna sit Detroit's quarterback. Forget
Who
it.
is Detroit's quarterback?
I don't know. Whoever it is.
Goff.
I was gonna tell you to. I can't say.
Remember
that.
you said you picked you landed on Detroit a couple
No.
weeks ago and you said Sid Stafford.
The reason I couldn't say it is because I was gonna tell you to off.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Ooh, Baltimore Dallas. I'm gonna start Henry. Why would you not?
yeah.
Like we just talked about, yeah.
Lamar would be a good start.
Yeah.
I got yellow.
Yeller.
Ooh, Miami and Seattle.
Ooh.
Man, I can't sit Charbonnet again because he
You started Charbonnet.
did I?
Yeah, and he got 17.
I got
He
you.
almost made the 18. So
Gotcha. Let's see. If I stare at this longer, maybe it'll help.
probably not.
Probably not.
You're just gonna get a headache again.
Yeah, let's see. Seattle. I'm gonna say. I can't do it.
You're gonna say start DK?
Yeah. I'll go with that. Start DK. Why
Okay.
not?
I actually like DK this week.
I started to, and I thought, no, because he had a good week last week. He's probably on the roll.
Ooh, pink. The pink stuff. KC versus Atlanta.
I'd sit Taylor Swift.
Okay. I'm gonna start Kelsey because he's got this new film venture that he's getting into, and he's gonna be excited, and he's gonna go out and score some points.
I was just confused because I thought Taylor Swift was part of the team because they show her so much on TV, so I figured she was probably part of the team now.
Well, no, I can't sit her because she'll probably score 30 if I sit her.
Well, you can't stand her either, can you?
Oh my God. I love Taylor Swift, okay?
Denver and Tampa Bay.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Jeez. Start Mike Evans.
Okay. Yeah, I was wrong this year on Mike Evans. I thought he was washed up, and you were correct,
Oh,
Alan.
he's good. He's a good wide receiver.
And Baker's a better quarterback than people give him credit for.
Absolutely.
Chicago and Indy. I'm gonna start Richardson. He's got to do something, guys.
You're not starting a Bear?
Well, come on, seriously? I wouldn't start a Cardinal in that game either.
You should have sat Roshan Johnson. He didn't get any carries.
I'm gonna start Richardson.
He didn't get any carries last week. It would have been a surefire thing, man. Got to improve our record somehow here.
I know, right?
Look at that. The green.
Or I'm gonna sit Ditka. How's that? Ditka versus the mini Ditka versus the Giants, 52-3.
Just put your dick away.
Oh God.
Green Bay and Tennessee. Green Bay and Tennessee.
There's a
I'm-
lot of options there.
I'm going to go with start Pollard.
Okay. You know who I would have started?
Who?
Ridley.
You know who you should start?
Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
Is that who you're gonna say?
Yes, every time.
All right, there we go. That was kind of a weakling roll, but look who's rolling. Philadelphia versus New Orleans. Kamara. You can't go against him.
He's on a roll. We have options now. Yeah, we are.
He had 4 tutties last week.
Yeah, he just when you think he's done, the ghost of Alvin Kamara comes back. Alvin's not a football name
It's
either.
like The Godfather Part 3. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Yeah, tell us what you guys think a good football name is besides Buttkiss or
The 2 girls, 1 cup, or
Bronco Nagurski. That's a football name right there.
I know it is.
All right, you know who he is?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just checking.
He sounds like he's like a Russian bear wrestler or something,
He
though,
does.
doesn't he?
Bronco, I kill you. All right, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. We love having you guys here. We love doing the show. Please like, subscribe, and share, and get our videos out there. And we had a record number of videos for the season.
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, not videos, but views. For
Okay.
our videos last week.
So we had 3 then?
No, we had 20.
Oh, wow. Heck
20,
yeah.
Yes. So
How many times did you watch it? I watched it 14, so.
6.
Just kidding.
Why did you watch it more than me? Dang it. No.
Yeah.
All right. No, but seriously, please do like, subscribe, and share, and come back with us next week. And if you don't, just get bent.
On fantasy football.